Hi friends, it's Miss Erin here from the Herrick District Library with a fun virtual story time today. Today is all about birds. So first we're going to do a fun, silly movement song called The Bird Hokey Pokey. Next we're going to do a fun song about birds using some sign language. Next we've got a finger play about chickens and eggs. And then last we're going to learn a brand new song about duckies going to bed. But first, we're going to start like we usually do with our intro song called Hello Friends. Hello friends, hello friends, hello friends. It's time to say hello. Awesome. And now we're going to do the bird hokey pokey. For this one, you need to stand up to sing along. Put your wing in, you put your wing out, you put your wing in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. You put your wing in, you put your wing out, you put your wing in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. You put your beak in, you put your beak out, you put your beak in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. You put your tail in, you put your tail out, you put your tail in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. That was a fun and silly moving song. I hope you guys had a blast. So our next song is called One Little Bird, and it has some sign language. So I will teach you the sign language slowly as we go through, and then we'll put the song together in the end. So it starts with one little bird, that's bird, bird, sitting in a tree, that's sitting in a tree. One little bird sitting in a tree. One little bird looking down at you and me. Looking down at you and me. Let's try that whole bit. One little bird sitting in a tree. One little bird looking down at you and me. Great. The next part is, I saw one little bird. I saw one little bird sitting in a tree. Sitting in a tree. Let's do that from beginning to end. One little bird sitting in a tree. One little bird looking down at you and me. I saw one little bird sitting in a tree. And then the last part. One little bird, he said, tweet, tweet, tweet. One little bird, he said, tweet, tweet, tweet. Let's put that whole first part together now. One little bird sitting in a tree. One little bird looking down at you and me. I saw one little bird sitting in a tree. One little bird, he said, tweet, tweet, tweet. And in flew another little bird. So then we've got two little birds. Two little birds sitting in a tree. Two little birds looking down at you and me. I saw two little birds sitting in a tree. Two little birds, they said, tweet, tweet, tweet. And in flew another little bird. Next we've got three birds. When you're doing sign language, this is the number 3 because this is the letter W. So if you do that for 3, it can be very confusing. So now we have 3 little birds sitting in a tree. 3 little birds looking down at you and me. I saw 3 little birds sitting in a tree. 3 little birds, they said tweet, tweet, tweet. Great job! And in flew another little bird. Now we got 4. 4 little birds sitting in a tree. 4 little birds looking down at you and me. I saw 4 little birds sitting in a tree. 4 little birds, they said tweet, tweet, tweet. In flew another little bird. 5 little birds sitting in a tree. 5 little birds looking down at you and me. I saw 5 little birds sitting in a tree. 5 little birds, they said tweet, tweet, tweet. That's so fun. I love that song. We're going to do it again from the beginning with no pauses. And if you're having some trouble with the sign language, that's totally okay. I practiced for a while before I could do this one. So if you just catch 1 little bit or 2 little bits and you want to watch it again and practice, that's great. Or if you just want to watch me do the sign language too, that's also fine. So let's do it one more time from the beginning. 1 little bird sitting in a tree. 1 little bird looking down at you and me. I saw 1 little bird sitting in a tree. 1 little bird, he said tweet, tweet, tweet. And in flew another little bird. 2 little birds sitting in a tree. 2 little birds looking down at you and me. I saw 2 little birds sitting in a tree. 2 little birds, they said tweet, tweet, tweet. And in flew another little bird. 3 little birds sitting in a tree. 3 little birds looking down at you and me. I saw 3 little birds sitting in a tree. 3 little birds, they said tweet, tweet, tweet. And in flew another little bird. 4 little birds sitting in a tree. 4 little birds looking down at you and me. I saw 4 little birds sitting in a tree. 4 little birds, they said tweet, tweet, tweet. And in flew another little bird. 5 little birds sitting in a tree. 5 little birds looking down at you and me. I saw 5 little birds sitting in a tree. 5 little birds, they said tweet, tweet, tweet. I hope you had fun with that song. Sign language is really fun to add to songs. It's great for babies who can't always express themselves using words yet. And it's also great for older kids because they learn a new way to talk. They learn things about people who speak different languages from us, and it can actually help them to sort of pull apart words and sounds differently to speak more clearly. Okay, next we're going to do a cute little hand and finger rhyme about chickens and eggs. This one I got from jbrera.com, which is a great resource, and you can do it all the way with little babies, use their little fingers, or you can even do it with older kids and turn it into a little bit of a tickle at the end. So 5 eggs and 5 eggs, and that makes 10. Sitting on top is the mother hen. Bark, 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 bark. Crack, 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 crack. What's that? 10 fuzzy chicks, as cute as can be. Cheep, 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 cheep. Let's do it one more time. 5 eggs and 5 eggs, and that makes 10. Sitting on top is the mother hen. Bark, 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 bark. Crack, 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 crack. What's that? 10 fuzzy chicks, as cute as can be. Cheep, 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 cheep. So this last song is a sweet one about a little ducky getting ready for bed. We're about to end story time, so it's kind of time to settle down and quiet down yourself. So if you want to, you can snuggle with a grown-up for this one, or snuggle with a stuffy or a blankie, or just listen and enjoy the cute little song about the ducky going to bed. I'm a little ducky, small and brown. Here are my feet and here is my down. When I'm feeling tired from too much play, I just tuck my head away. Let's do it one more time. I'm a little ducky, small and brown. Here are my feet and here is my down. When I'm feeling tired from too much play, I just tuck my head away. Thank you so much for watching my virtual story time today, everybody. It's really good to see you when you come to the library to check out books. It's also great to interact with you here on the computer. And I'm so glad that you're still interacting with our story times, even if you're not in a place where you can come to the library yet. So we're going to end with a very similar song to our intro song. This one's called Goodbye, Friends. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. It's time to say goodbye. I'll see you next time.